Do your legs cramp at night? And so much so that it even wakes you up? Well, here are a few stretches that you can do. Maybe you can do them right before you go to sleep. I found that especially the calf muscle and the hamstrings like to wake me up sometimes after I've done a lot of walking or running. If that's the case with you, these few stretches will be much better for your sleep. So let's begin. Come to an all fours position. I like using blocks to keep my spine elongated, but if you don't have blocks, no worries. Step your right foot right between your hands and lift your toes up so your heel stays down, your toes are lifted. If you've got blocks, grab them and start to straighten the leg as you draw your heart forward. So, not down, but you're reaching your heart forward as the top of the thigh draws down and your toes stay spread. So, you've got this nice elongation of the backside of the leg while the leg stays really energized. You just breathe in and breathe out in this stretch. And you want to pause and kind of enjoy the ride before bending the knee and stepping the foot back to take the left foot forward. As you park your heel down, lift your toes up, spread your toes, draw the top of the left thigh back, draw your heart forward, and a little elevation by the blocks just allows your spine to stay in this elongated form. Just keep the breath flowing very easily. And you'll feel a little tugging in the back side of the leg. One way to energize the leg even more so, not only are the toes spread, but you're drawing from the kneecap all the way to the pelvis. So you feel the kneecap lifting nicely as you enjoy your breath and maybe go a little bit deeper in your pose and come out of the pose to come to a standing position. In your standing position, step your right foot back, park your back heel down, bend your back knee, keep the heel down. It's an awkward pose. You'll find yourself feeling like, oh, I'm a little bit out of balance. And if that's the case, move your feet to a wider stance. So as you keep your back knee slightly bent, bend your front knee. Inhale, take your arms up, keep your attention to the back foot. The back heel is pressing down. You're opening your chest nicely. Release your hands down and step your back foot forward. Press the left foot back and park the heel very firmly down. Bend your back knee with your back knee bent. Bend your front knee. Inhale, lift your arms up. Just notice the difference for yourself. Like, what side do you feel like you just got a little bit better balance? Maybe you can bend your back knee a little bit more, bend your front knee a little bit more. And yes, I know it's a very awkward feeling. And release your hands and step your back foot forward. Step your right foot back again. Place your hands behind you and either hold on to your wrists or hold on to your elbows. And remember what forearm is on top of the other because we'll change it up on the opposite side. First, lean back so that you're taking most of your weight on your back heel as you lift your heart. Exhale, come forward and just feel how the back leg, you're getting this nice elongation all the way from the back heel that's planted so firmly as you just draw down slightly. Again, we don't want to round the upper back. We want to keep the head lifted as you squeeze the legs in toward the midline, as you hug in toward the midline of the mat, so the inner thighs stay very active as well. Root down through the back leg to lift yourself up, release your arms, and step your back foot forward. Now step the left foot back. Root down through the back heel. Doesn't have to be a really long stance. You keep both legs straight in this version. Take your arms in whatever is the opposite stacking that you had, or just hold on to the wrists, your choice. Lean back so you open the chest nicely and you put just a little bit more emphasis on rooting down through the back heel before drawing your heart forward. Keep the back heel firmly planted. Keep reaching forward. Just allow your breath to be very easeful as you keep this nice rooted quality in the back leg. And let the exhale breath take you maybe even deeper into your forward fold. We're going through these poses quite quickly, but it's really nice if you've got the time to spend a little bit more time in each of the poses that we're doing. And inhale, lift yourself up, come to sit, and sit in what we call Dandasana with your feet forward and your legs straight. So as you have your feet forward, one of the things that I like to do is lift my pelvis up. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just going to round so much here. I've got this big hump going on, this dowager's hump almost. So if you lift and elevate yourself on, you can use your blocks or on a blanket so that the legs are straight. Find something, find a strap or something like a strap to take around the base of the toes. You could use a towel. And as you press the base of the toes into the strap, first get really tall from the pelvis to the crown of the head. You lengthen out so nicely. Now hold the straps as you draw your elbows nice and wide and reach your heart forward. Again, we're not letting the nose go toward the legs. We're keeping the head lifted to draw the heart as if the heart is trying to extend itself well beyond the toes. So you just get this nice lengthening quality as you draw forward. Inhale, lift yourself up. Now lie on your back. So as you lie on your back, bend both knees. With both knees bent, take your right leg up. Take the strap around the base of the toes. Spread the toes again. You can keep your left foot on the mat with the knee bent, or you can straighten it. For most of us, I like the foot on the mat just because we tend to make this leg a little bit lazy when we straighten it out. So as you bend the knee and plant your foot or straighten it, your choice. Straighten the right leg and spread the toes. And see about just drawing the toes in this dorsiflexion action of the foot, toes a little bit further in the stretch of the back side of the leg. So you start to feel the full length of the leg expands nicely. You don't want to go too far. You want to make sure that you can still honor the natural curves of the spine. And you can slowly release. And let's come to the opposite side. So take your left foot up. For these leg cramps at night, a lot of people, especially focus on the diet, which is quite important as well, of course. You have to make sure that you stay hydrated, drinking plenty of water. your electrolytes are balanced, and you've got plenty of potassium and calcium and sodium in your diet. It requires you balancing out both your activities and your diet. So as you continue to stretch and breathe into it with the toes spread and the legs engaged, you can slowly release. There you have it, a few stretches for you to do before you go to bed so you have a very peaceful night's sleep without cramping. Thanks for the practice. Namaste.